Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and this is the Sonic Movie 3 Action 4-pack. This particular set's very special because you get light-up versions of Sonic and Shadow, as well as a new version of Tails with an all-new face, as well as Knuckles being introduced into the 5-inch line. Getting the 5-inch figures has been such a battle for the past 2 months, so for a lot of people, this could be their once and done thing. People will be really excited for this. But I do want to compare this to the other figures because those ones are different compared to these guys outside of just the glowing faces. But can I just say, I love this as a package. Like, this looks so good all together. Like, if I was a kid and I was getting this for Christmas, I would be so excited for this. Or even my birthday. Like, this, I love this so much. We got the, what I want to call the Sonic Adventure 2 pose of Shadow. We got the Sonic Movie 1 Sonic, as well as Sonic Movie 2 of Tails and Knuckles. And these guys do take special batteries, so it's not going to be your simple AA, AAA, or anything like that. Obviously, because of how big they are compared to a battery, but it tells you exactly what kind of batteries you need down here, so at least that's nice. Then on the sides you got both Sonic and Shadow, and then the back it just shows them like in different poses. And then on the sides you do have the Try Me tabs, which when you see this in retail you're not gonna really see them like on there. Like, they're gonna pull them all off so you can actually play with it. So you can just press the buttons while you're in store and be like, wow, I want these. But I ordered this online. I pre-ordered this forever ago, so I couldn't just immediately play with it like this. But if you do have a hard time finding this in stores, I'll leave a link down below on where you can buy this guy. But enough of me wasting your time. Let's actually open this thing up and play with them. There are a lot of like tags and stuff in here. Little things like holding them down, so unboxing this is definitely going to be quite the process. And we immediately have the instructions just slipping out of here. Cool! I think this is more of like, hey, they light up and here's how you swap out the batteries. Like, it's an action figure. Unless you have like no imagination, I think you know how to play with an action figure. There's a rumor going around that they're going to drop another trailer, but apparently it's going to be the last one. So I'm excited to see what they're going to drop. Hello, Chloe! Alright, I'm going to be real. I love my cat, but it's hard to film around this cat. She's very noisy, and I can't lock her out because my apartment doesn't really have any doors. It's almost like a studio apartment. There's doorways, but no doors, and I have nothing to just block her out. I've tried. But anyway, back to this. Time to slide this out. Hey, look how long these remove tabs are. Like, you can see where it starts and where it ends. It literally goes up and around to these figures. That is so silly to me. But I feel this playset, I'm gonna call it, lack of a better term, is gonna be a complete in-box collector's nightmare because it's a toy that has batteries, and if you just let it sit in the box forever, the batteries are gonna corrode and just destroy the toys inside. Let me know in the comments, are you an in-box collector or do you prefer to just open them up? For the longest time, I was absolutely against having them in the box, but there's very little that I have that I just keep in the box. Most of the time, I try to buy multiple, depending on how cheap it is, just so I can have one in the box still, so I can still have that satisfaction. Okay, I think I got all the tabs. Let's try to rip these out. And we already have Sonic lighting up. Okay, I wanted to, like, wait for that, but okay, thanks. Alright, Tails, are you ready to get out? No, you got some still on your hands. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, look at Knuckles. He looks so cool. Oh, they're posed in a very odd way. Like, joints are, like, absolutely distorted in here just to make them fit. So when you open this up, pose them correctly, make sure they're all good. And I go to pull one out, and like, there's always something I miss. But, oh, there's Shadow with the light up eyes. Dude, this thing is actually pretty sick. We're just gonna move this to the side. Hello, Chloe, can I help you? So now I have them all out of the box and positions to actually be played with. Thank you, Chloe, for hopping on the bed. I appreciate you. So here they are, all out of the box, and they look great. I love the way these things look. I want to start with Knuckles because he's the first one, like, that's, like, actually introduced into this product line, and I'm, like, really excited. Like, he feels hefty. Like, He's a heavy figure, and I like how big he is, especially in my bigger hands. Like, it feels like the toys are growing with me, you know? But with this figure in particular, like, I feel like the arms are a little bit loose. Like, mainly like up here. Like, these feel a little bit loose. But playing with him, like, it feels fine. Like, it's not like wiggling out of place or anything. It's just, it moves a lot easier than I expected. Now, these figures are best known for having their butterfly joints, like, in their shoulders. That's kind of the biggest thing with this whole set. Only Tails has that. And even then, like, doesn't really move all that much. But it's not like Knuckles could really use it anyway, because the dreads are, like, always in the way. But, like, the amount of movement he has is pretty incredible. He also has that 3D eye movement thing, but I used to think it was, like, very complimentary. Like, with the other 5-inch figures, if you move them around, you can see that it follows the camera a little bit, but not enough to make it look creepy like the Mario movie figures did. But these ones, like, it doesn't feel necessary at all. Like, it just, I don't want to say it's out of place. It'll at least blend in with the other figures, so at least there's that. But there's no real benefit from what I can see with the eyes doing that. I guess if you, like, have them look down a little bit, like, it does come across nice, but again, there's not a real benefit. But let me compare him to one of the 4-inch figures from movie 2. So this is the Wave 1 Knuckles. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Both look fantastic, don't get me wrong, but it's crazy how much better this looks. Like, all the details are still there, like the stitching in the shoes and his little moon crest and all that stuff. It's just, it's a bigger figure. And he looks good. I love him. And to be honest, I feel a majority of people are buying this set just for Knuckles. But there is a Knuckles coming in Wave 2, but, like, that's probably going to release after the movie releases. So if you're not patient and just want to get him right now, like I did, I don't blame you. At least you get a cool Tails figure. And also, of course, he still has, like, the open gloves and all that stuff. He's like, I can catch up all. But yeah, I'm happy I got this. This is nice. He doesn't feel as revolutionary as, like, the Sonic and Shadow we got from the first wave, but he still feels amazing. His ab crunch actually moves a little bit compared to the other guys, so nice. No lie, I was just gonna give up on the ab crunch because they typically don't move all that much. But Knuckles actually has movement, and it's really impressive. Wait, hold on, guys. It's the first Knuckles figure that actually looked like he's gliding. I love this. This is so cool. So yeah, I feel like it's worth buying just for Knuckles. This is such a cool figure. But his arm is loose though. Like, I did struggle a little bit to get his arm up in the air. It did want to fall down a few times, but I'm happy I got this. This is so cool. If only he had some flame effects for his fists for the Flames of Disaster. Which, by the way, I feel is such a silly thing to pair with Knuckles of all people. Look at him. He's cool. I guess let's compare him to Sonic. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna play with these. These are so cool. Then we got Tails, which it's the same Tails figure, just with an angry face. Again, the 3D eye movement thing on Tails to begin with wasn't all that impressive. It followed the camera a little bit, like just to line up eyes, but that's about it. And I guess the same can be said here. Like, I mean, I think the 3D eyes look fine. Like, it's not like a mind-blowing experience, but it's definitely a good-looking figure. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about the 3D eyes? Personally, I don't mind them all that much. Like, there's some people that just straight up don't like them. I think they're fine. I don't care. But it's crazy to see, like, two completely different Tails figure. One being, like, super happy, and then this other one's like, yo, I don't like Shadow. He beats me up all the time. But we can see there's two completely different, like, paint jobs for the shoes. I'm not sure if that's a defect thing or if that's intentional. I have no idea. But that's something. I don't know what to really call that, but it's something. We're just gonna put that Tails over here. Yeah, he's cool. I like him. Now let's go on to Sonic. Now, the face is completely different. Like, if you compare it to the OG, you can see the eyes, like, follow around a little bit and makes photography look really good. This, on the other hand, doesn't really do that all that much. Oh yeah, there's a light effect. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like that, actually. But, unfortunately, we miss a couple of joints. in comparison. So the butterfly joint on Sonic is gone, as well as his little ab crunch that hardly does anything. The ab crunch, I'm not going to lose sleep over not having that. Like, it's helpful for some poses, but not all that much. But the butterfly joints I am going to miss. Which, don't get me wrong, this is not a bad figure. This is still a very fine figure. But what made this 5-inch line so special was because of the fact that these are the most posable Sonic figures of all time. So I still think it's worth grabbing this figure specifically. So you can still fully play with him. Like, he's still a posable figure. He's still fine. Also, he doesn't have the ugly stamping that this one has, so thanks. But, like, all the other joints are there. Like, you still got that nice knee. You still got the ankle movement. Like, you still have a lot of good stuff. You just don't have the hips or the butterfly joints. Again, a little disappointing, but in the trade-off is that you get a really cool lighting effect. And honestly, I think for some poses, for some shoots, this could look really good. And it's not like a hard button to press either. Like, it's like you literally tap it and it works really well. So I'm happy it's not one of those things that can get stuck too easy. Unless you have, like, you're touching them after you're done eating and it gets all sticky and greasy or something. I don't know. Have clean hands when you're playing with this. And also, it's just a swivel now on his head. Like, I don't think it's a ball joint anymore because the wiring going from the torso to the head, which I guess is understandable. So yeah, this figure is not as posable as the good one. But this is still a cool figure though. This is still really neat. Why is there a reset hole on the side? That's interesting. Okay. And then there was Shadow, which we have the other one right here. Again, same thing, missing the butterfly joints, missing the hips, which, that's fine. But look at him glow. He looks so menacing. I love him. I noticed on this figure in particular, the legs are a lot easier to move because there's so much tension in these legs for some reason, it scares me. But I think the biggest thing that makes this figure a little bit better than the older one is that with this, you can see the eyes are cut off when it comes to the paint. But this, it feels more complete. I like that. I hope they do like later prints of this where they actually fix the eyes, especially since they fixed it here, so we'll see. But yeah, you get the effect up here as well. You with all this lighting, you see, like, there's supposed to be like ones throughout his head, but because this is so lit up, you can't really see it all that well. But yeah, there's no like movement up and down. It's literally just a swivel because of wires and all that stuff. So these figures are fine. They're not as good as the 5-inch, like these standard ones, like from Wave 1. These are definitely like the better figures, but these are fun. So if you're getting this for somebody, unless they specifically ask for the 4-pack, try to hunt down a regular Shadow and Sonic because these are the better figures. Now I'm sure they're going to want that better movement, but depending on how young they are, they're probably not going to care. Like if I gave this to my 4-year-old niece, she'd be happy with this, which I feel like that's not the right age demographic. No, the box says 3+. Yeah, she's fine with this. That's fine. But you can even see like the seam lines up here. Like you can tell this is a better figure. Like the regular one is fine. So now I already have too many Sonic Movie 3 figures and I'm ready to buy more. Is it worth grabbing? Yeah, I think it's alright. I mean, getting Tails and Knuckles were worth it. I like it, but still try to hunt for a regular Sonic and Shadow just to make it a better package for yourself, for your better display. But that's going to be it for this video. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's going to be places to buy this as well as my social media. I don't regret buying these, but I'm definitely happy that I have the regular 5-inch Sonic and Shadow for a better posability. But yeah, I love these. The way they light up, they look cool. But I'm still going back to the other figures. But anyway, thank you for watching. I love you guys to death. And I'll see you on the next one. So peace, peace.